Okay, so today we have Camper Van Beethoven, Take the Skinheads Bowling. I mean, from the band's name and the song's title, this is very intriguing. A little before and after with that band name as well. It took me a second to get it. Anyway, yeah, these guys have been suggested, they've been requested, and this has been to my save to watch later playlist for a long time. So finally, here we are, 2.5 minutes long. From what I've read already, I'll just say, apparently the lead singer, David Lowery, has said that this song really means nothing and it was just kind of taking the piss. So anyway, I'm intrigued. Let's get into it, and here we go.
Every day I get up and pray to Jah, and He increases the number of clocks by exactly one. Everybody's coming home for lunch these days. Last night there were skinheads on my lawn. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling.
Bowling.
Some people say that bowling alleys got big lanes. Got big lanes. Got big lanes. Some people say that bowling alleys all look the same. Look the same. Look the same. There's not a line that goes here that rhymes with anything. Anything. Had a dream last night, but I forget what it was. What it was. What it was. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling.
Why not?
Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Had a dream last night about you, my friend. Had a dream I wanted to sleep next to plastic. Had a dream I wanted to lick your knees. Had a dream it was about nothing. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. Take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling.
And that's it. Camper Van Beethoven, Take the Skinheads Bowling. Take them bowling. I I had to take a second there just to collect my thoughts and also take a drink of water because my throat's itchy. But it's just, I don't know what I just heard. I mean, this song is 2.5 minutes long. They're in and they're out. And it leaves you kind of gobsmacked about what you just heard. Because like I said off the get-go, the song is nonsensical. And I mean, there's different references in the lyrics here. The lyrics are ironic, they're humorous, and maybe there's, you know, you can match some things with each other, whatever the hell, but that's not the point, at least from what I've read from David Lowery. When you first search this song up, and I was trying to find the personnel, so I looked here in Wikipedia, and the song has its own Wikipedia page, so I read it a little bit, and the first kind of thing you see is where David Lowery made a blog post a while back where he talked about how he's still kind of surprised that this song became a hit. This was the biggest hit off this album, I do believe. This is a song that the band is still known for, and because, yeah, they were just kind of taking the piss. They were kind of just being funny. They were just kind of putting a song on here that maybe you thought was just filler, and all of a sudden people grabbed a hold of it, and it became one of their best known tracks, and it became a song that people want to hear live or whatever, one of their most played ones anyway. And yeah, it's just I always find it funny when that stuff happens. I mean, I think of like Blur's song, Song 2, where they were kind of just taking the piss out of grunge music, and then all of a sudden that was their biggest track, at least in North America. I mean, that's the only Blur song I hear in Canada where I am anyway. But yeah, I feel, and then I think about as well. I got to talk, coherently. And again, this is the only song I know from Camper Van Beethoven, so I can't talk about their other stuff. But I imagine on other songs they've done, they've probably put a lot more meaning into it. There's a lot more purpose, a lot more pizzazz, a lot more honesty or feeling or whatever the hell, or maybe it's heavy or whatever. But that can go for a lot of different artists and whatever. But then all of a sudden you put a song like this where it's just kind of fun, and again, you're taking the piss, and it's just kind of a filler thing, and you're just like, put it on the album, what the hell. And then all of a sudden it just takes on a life of its own. It becomes the biggest thing you're known for. It's just like, what the fuck? You know, we spent so much time and effort on this one thing, and that went nowhere, and then we did this, and it becomes the thing. And it's just, it can be maybe aggravating and just weird, but it happens, and it's just so strange. And yeah, this song is very strange, very random, very funny. Again, and just to me, it's funny because I think about the image of a skinhead bowling, and I imagine skinheads bowl. I mean, I don't know, I don't partake in the whole skinhead thing, but but just to think about a skinhead going bowling, it's just a weird combo, and I guess that's the point. I mean, I don't know if David was smoking anything when he wrote this, or if he was just being funny himself, and he was just having a laugh and whatever. But it's just it's just funny as hell to me, and the imagery. And at the same point, I think about, because a lot of these lines, it's not like every line is a banger or whatever, or is a one-liner. It's not like he's Mitch Hedberg here or whatever every time, putting out a great one-liner for every line. But at the same point, it's the way he delivers this as well, with the backing vocals there too, and which adds emphasis here. So it's just like the way that they pronounce the word bowling, or I guess I should say David, when he pronounces the word bowling, there's so much emphasis on it. And at a point you think like, oh, the song, but again, we know it doesn't have a lot of meaning. But when it's sang, and he sings with so much upbeatness, and he sings with so much joyousness, and then you got the backing vocalist behind him, repeating the line that he just said, it almost makes you feel like there's a big meaning to it. But obviously, again, there's not. It's just, I just love how they went about this, and it's just so funny to me. And anyway, but I'll talk about the music a bit now, after I talked about that. Anyway, it's just nuts to me that this exists, and finally I heard it today. But yeah, it's a piece of jangle pop heaven, in a way, I should say. A little bit of like college rock, I would say too. I mean, obviously these guys were young at the time here. Again, I do believe this was from their debut album, so I imagine they were in their 20s or something like that in 1985 here. And yeah, just when David started, his voice, the first word that came to mind was scratchy. He has like a scratchy kind of youthful voice, and again, youthful because he was youthful. I mean, my God, would you believe that? He was young at this point. And yeah, I just loved how his spirit. I loved how kind of funny, he had a funny voice just on his own. I don't know, his voice is just kind of unique. It's kind of quirky. Everything about this is quirky as hell. And yeah, you can feel like, I don't know, there's an upbeatness to it. He has an energy to his voice too. That he like sings at a point too. He has some twang in his voice too. That's what really came to my head at one point, where I was like, it almost feels country, just a touch, just a pinch. But anyway, a little bit of twang in his voice. I luck into my mind, I guess, with his voice. But yeah, so I like that a lot. And like I was gonna say, I liked his singing, and I like how when he was talking, he kind of talked fast at a point, and it's almost like you're just talking to somebody on the street or something. I mean, the voice he puts on here, I mean, it might be a little bit exaggerated, but at the same point, he's just kind of talking to you like you're, a random person. And it's just, I don't know, I just love the vibe here the whole way through. I love the driving rhythm here. I love the work between the drummer and the guitarist as well. And again, I guess jangle pop, obviously, which is a big part of this here. I wanted to talk about the guitar work, but now the words left my mind. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that work. Melodic, again, it added to the upbeat atmosphere, as well did the violin. The violin here, which was kind of a surprise, on a song like this. Again, it's just kind of a random track. I love that they had a violin on it, because why the hell not? And the violin sounded excellent, and really, again, added to that whole upbeat atmosphere. And again, the violin, because again, you can play a violin, and you can play any instrument, I guess, in a depressing way or whatever. But when I think about a violin, I think about seriousness. I don't know why, but here again, the song is so unserious, and it's just fun to hear a violin in this setting. And so yeah, I just really enjoyed that. But yeah, bouncy as hell, I should say too, especially with that guitar work, and it just, I don't know, it moves so smoothly, and everything was just kind of there, and hard hitting drum work at some points too. Cymbal crashes a little bit too, and that was very fun to me. It was all fun to me, and that was the point, I guess. And but even though there really, I guess, was no point to the whole thing, but either way, I'm going to talk about these people on the song here, and this is the personnel from the album that this song is from. Now, I talk about the name of the band as Camper Van Beethoven. Is just, I mean, that's random off the get-go. The song's title is Take the Skinheads Bowling, and then the album's title is Telephone Free Landslide Victory. I mean, these guys have never heard of a one-word thing in their lives. It's just nuts. Anyway, So, and again, this is from the album, and there's different instruments for each person, but I imagine they're not all on these things in the song. So either way, David Lowery on lead vocals here, guitars and drums. Again, I imagine he's not doing all of that here. Jonathan Siegel is on violin. So again, his biggest accomplishment in this track, I would say, is a violin, which I enjoyed very much. My throat is going bad again. Anyway, Jonathan, like I said, on violin, backing vocals, keyboards, mandolin, noises. I just love the noises. I mean, it's fun to me. I love how it's laid out. Chris Mola is on guitars, backing vocals, and drums as well. Everybody's a drummer on this. Holy moly, on this album anyway. Victor Krummenacher. A lot of these names are nuts. Chris Mola, Victor Krummenacher. Anyway, he's on bass and backing vocals, and then Anthony Guess, who was pretty much the most normal name of them all, is on drums here. So I imagine he was the drummer here, since that's the only thing he apparently is on. But either way, I didn't find personnel just for the track, but there's the whole album, and just giving them all their due anyway for the whole album, because why the hell not? But yeah, so from there, I guess we'll move into the lyrics. I mean, again, the song is so quirky, it's so unique. I hate the word unique, but I mean that fits it here very well, and it's such a weird structure, and nothing really makes sense, and that's the point. Anyway. And again, these lyrics don't mean anything, so why go over them? But I that's what I do, and I mean, it's hard to, it's a hard thing to stop. So every day I get up and pray to Jah. Again, pray to a God, pray to whoever you want. I mean, my goodness. And he increases the number of clocks by exactly one. Now, I could go into a deep meaning of whatever the hell, or I could, go off of what my big fat head thinks. But again, these lyrics were intentionally made to not make sense, and every line is supposed to not follow the previous or the one that comes after it. It's just, so it's like, what the fuck? But anyway, and I don't really know what that would mean. Increase the number of clocks by exactly one. Are we talking about time itself? Anyway, everybody's coming home for lunch these days. Isn't that the truth? I mean, holy moly, they all go home for lunch. Last night, there were skinheads on my lawn. Those damn skinheads are on the lawn again. And then we have the chorus, take the skinheads bowling, take them bowling. And just the way they say... they deliver this. Again, the way, it's not that funny. Maybe to some people the song isn't funny and they just see it as dumb or, juvenile. But to me, it's just like, when you say, I think of like Norm Macdonald, like one of my favorite comedians. It's just like, he would say things that weren't really funny on the surface, but the way he would say them would be funny. So to me, when they say take the skinheads bowling, it's obviously very weird off the get-go, but also the way they say the words makes it even funnier. Take them bowling. It's just like, it seems like the way they sing it, there's a lot of meaning, but there isn't. And that just makes me laugh. Anyway, I guess maybe take them bowling to get them off your lawn anyway, and maybe to, see the world from their point of view. I don't know. I really wouldn't want to do that, but yeah, mixing with other cultures. Anyway, some people say that bowling alleys got big lanes. Got big lanes. Again, I just love how there's the backing vocals of these lines that David is saying, and they're repeating them behind him, and it almost makes it feel like, oh, this must mean something, but it doesn't. We're just having fun. Some people say that bowling alleys all look the same. I mean, I guess so. I mean, that's the whole point. A bowling alley, every alley pretty much looks the same because it has to. There's not a line that goes here that rhymes with anything. And again, we're breaking the fourth wall here. Had a dream last night, but I forget what it was. It's just, I mean, that line fits perfectly in this. So yeah, had a dream, but I forget what it was. So just forget it. What the hell? What it was. And then we go into the chorus once again. Take the skinheads bowling. And then the last verse, the third one. And this kind of fits with the second verse, the end of that one. Had a dream last night about you, my friend. Had a dream I wanted to sleep next to plastic. I don't really know if there's any meaning to that, but I guess there was supposed to not be anyone. Anyway, had a dream I wanted to lick your knees. I mean, that sounds kind of horny. That kind of sounds raunchy, but I'm into it. Had a dream it was about nothing. So again, the last line there, had a dream it was about nothing. So forget it. I mean, it reminds me earlier of the second verse where it says, had a dream last night, but I forget what it was. So there's a little bit of something going on there where it kind of matches in the whole thing. That might be the only two lines that make any sense with each other. Hold on, I got a burp. There we go. But we're at the end of the song here. We got the chorus slash outro to finish everything off. Take the skinheads bowling, take the bowling. And it's said with so much peppiness. It's said with so much spirit. And you think they're going somewhere, but they're really not. They're just taking the piss the whole way through and pulling your leg, yanking your tail. I mean, my goodness gracious, waxing your carrots. But anyway, so yeah, this was nuts. This was stunning, and stunning can mean a lot of things, but I mean, this was just so out there. This was just unexpected, and from the get-go, when I searched the song up after people requested it, I was like, what the fuck is this? And when I read about, again, David talking that he was very surprised that this did anything and, is purposefully nonsensical, I was like, all right, I got to listen to this and see what the hell is going on. So anyway, curiosity got the best of me here, and I'm happy it did, because I like the sound. And again, it just felt so kind of laid back in a way, and it was peppy as hell. So I guess that's all I got to say. I mean, I don't know, good Lord. So thanks for the request of this one. Holy moly. So, and thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting. I haven't laughed like that for a song in a while, so that was very nice. Cathartic. Good Lord. Anyway, thanks for all the support and all the likes and everything. So I'll talk to you guys again soon.